Great rising, y'all. Great rising. Come on for the walk. Or get your mats if you're going to do some stretch outs. Get your weights, you're going to do some weight exercises. Get your chair, you're going to do some chair workouts. Stand up if you're walking wall to wall. Line up. Stand up if you're walking in place. Line up if you're walking wall to wall. Jump on your bikes. Start your treadmills. Power on. Bluetooth mode. Hey y'all, I didn't check the cameras again. Alright. Not bad. Not bad, Betty. Hey y'all, hey. Thanks for coming on a walk. We got some laundry stuff I gotta take care of. Y'all see that? Inspiration Sensation 2016 at gmail.com. I'm looking for a moderator. I'm looking for a moderator. Because if I don't have a moderator by the end of the month, I'm going to upload my lives. And I think I'm going to go over Twitch and do the lives because they don't know me. It's not a lot of people there. I do have an account. And I just walk live on Twitch in the morning at 6. And I'll make sure to have the walk uploaded for you guys when you still want to do your 7 o'clock walk. Maybe over at Twitch I can find me a moderator. And if I find a moderator, then you'll be seeing me back on YouTube live. But this is election time, and it's going to get a little hairy, and I can't find nobody. I don't even know. I never even thought I would have enough people, subscribers, to even need a moderator. I've gone to other sites, pages and stuff, and I see they need them. And I see some real good moderators. And then moderators that have to constantly be chastised by the creator for doing their own thing on, the person's page. But better that I just know I need one. So if I don't have one by the end of the month, I'm going to upload. I'd rather do that than lose all my pages. This is election time. We get ready to get down and dirty. I know who I'm talking about, and I know what I'm saying. And I know I ain't got nobody nobody got my back, especially in my chat. So, hey y'all, I'll read your comment on the break. So that's what we're gonna do. So I have to the end of the month to get a moderator. And if not, I'll be live on Twitch and uploaded on YouTube where I don't need a moderator for the uploads. Because I'm not doing too much over at YouTube. YouTube put me in jail. Let me see. Biden's been about 4 years. And then Trump was in years. I have been in Facebook jail restriction. That's like after you get out of jail and you post. First, Facebook takes all your information. There's nothing copyrighted to you. Everything that you put on Facebook, Facebook copyrights it and keeps it for itself. I'm talking about that Jerry Mark Zuckerberg. He keeps everything. He takes it and he gives it to his AI and throw it back at his own knowledge. But they've been doing that for a long time. So I've been in Facebook jail. That's where they just don't move you. They don't move you. They don't say you can't post. They don't say anything. You can post till your ass falls off. And they will not share it to even your friends. So that's what I call they. It's not probation because they just don't post your shit. You can post on there all you want. Hey, I'll read your comments on the braid. Hey, all. You can post your comments all you want to. You can post your posts or make your posts. And in Facebook, what do they call it when you get out of jail and what is that house? What is it? They have this house that you go to when you first get out of jail. There was a movie, that African American actress that performed so well. Oh, she was the actress from Mom. I can't think of her name right now. Well, she was in it. Halfway House. That's what it's called. I'm in Facebook Halfway House. I can put up a comment, but they'll never share it. And then they keep telling me if I paid them, my post could have gotten 187 people. My post would have gotten 200 people if I had paid them. So, I'm in Facebook Halfway House. So I'm not going back over there to do nothing, honey. First of all your intellectual property, once you put it on Facebook, becomes Mark Zuckerberg's intellectual property. It's no longer yours. And it's for him to do with what he pleases. That's why I only started putting up my YouTube videos over there. Because YouTube respects my intellectual property and my having it. Facebook says, just like Germans, you put it on my page, it fucking belongs to me. And I was like, whew, I don't even want to put it over there. So I only put stuff on Facebook from YouTube. Because when I put YouTube over there, YouTube verifies that it's copyrighted and it's mine. Them Germans want you to put up your information, your songs, and your everything. Hey y'all, I'll read your comment on the break. And Mark Zuckerberg claims intellectual copyright on all of your material. Yes. Yes. Zuckerberg. So you know I've been talking about them Germans. So my shit ain't getting no play. I was surprised when I was talking about the Mormons because it was the Mormons talking on Facebook that got me in jail the second time. Orange shit stain got me put in Facebook jail 8 years ago. And then on probation. Then 4 years ago, orange shit stain and the Mormons got me put in Facebook jail. I ain't never been in jail my whole life. I tell you, these Germans, first one to throw me in jail. Yes. And since then, I have been in Facebook Halfway House. Halfway House is me. They allow you to post because he's going to take it. It's his. So he allows you to give him his intellectual property. But he don't share it. You ain't getting no likes. You ain't getting no views. And you ain't never getting no money. I've not met one person other than Marketplace that has ever made a dime off of Facebook. Now you have celebrities that join Facebook with 10 million fans. Of course they get money as soon as they go on. But not us. Again, poor creative, just before we had the internet, we as writers, artists, musicians, we was out there dealing with those people and they used to steal it from right out of our faces. You remember I told y'all about that Disney project, right? It was back in the 90s, late 90s. No, before that. Chicken Aid. And Disney put out a thing for all minority screenplay writers to give them your screenplay for a chance to work for Disney as a writer for a year at $30,000. Can't even pay rent off that. And oh yeah, and a chance that your screenplay will be made into a movie. So I go sit for the information. I want to know what it's about. And I found out that it's just for minorities, Hispanic, African Americans, Chinese, Filipinos, Japanese. They just want all of us to send our stuff in. Now here's the thing. Just for sending it in, you lose it. It becomes Disney's property for your interest fee to the contest. So they send you this form, and a good thing I was working with this gentleman, and I gave it to him. He's a lawyer. He looked it over. He said, if you send the screenplay in, it's theirs. You no longer have copyrights to it. It is Disney's copyright property. Intellectual property. Just like I told you, them jammers, they don't come up with nothing. They're not inventors. They're warlords and money hungers. That's all they do. Everybody else makes up the creativity, the beautifulness, the art, the music, this and that. They take it. It's already made up by the time they're doing it. Somebody else has done it. Now, unlifing you, they'll unlife you with the quickness. Because that's what they are. They're warmongers. Money, they'll scam you with the quickness. Moneymongers. So I gave it to the man, he gave it to his lawyer, and the lawyer said, if you send this into Disney, you cannot send that screenplay out to another studio or agent or anything. The minute it's in the mail going to Disney, it's Disney's intellectual property. So I remember I was at the Frederick Douglass Art Center. We had this guy who wrote Uptown Saturday Night, and he was teaching it. It was a great time. We had a huge class. He did screenwriting 1 and screenwriting 2. Big class. So, like I did, everybody sent off for their application. They didn't have lawyers. So they sent their stuff out. So I had a lawyer. So when I came back and we was talking, I said, I'm not sending my stuff to Disney. I said, don't you see what this says? Of course, I had to tell him I saw a lawyer. I didn't act like I knew everything. And he said, the lawyer said that when you mail your script into Disney, you cannot submit that script for anything else again for the rest of its life. It becomes Disney intellectual property. So when I went back to class, them fools had already sent off them scripts. Then they got that notice. Disney let them know we received your scripts. You are not allowed to send this script out for anything, any publication, anything. Not even to cut it up so you can make a little short. Say if you got a couple of actors and actresses together. That was Disney's intellectual property, and you could not touch it. Well, them folks was heartbroken. Some of them only wrote one or two screenplays, and one was already gone. When you sent it to Disney, it became Disney's. They folks cried. They was heartbroken. I can't look at Disney movies. I don't go to Disney. I know how many I know anything you see on Disney is not Disney's. It's a poor creator who was trying to join that contest that sent their script in because it's German. It was all set up. It was all set up. So now, when you look at Milan, think of some little poor Asian boy that sat down and came up with that idea and got caught up in the Disney thing and sent it in. And now it's not his Milan, it's Disney Milan. I don't look at nothing Disney. I don't pick up nothing Disney. Because everything Disney is somebody else's fucking idea that they never paid. Now, if you're German, they'll pay you. Because it's the bro thing. Hundreds of thousands of scripts will be in our graves. And Disney Corporation will still be pulling out scripts that minorities sent, trying to win this contest, and never got anything, and was never able to use that script again. So, ooh, this human experience, thank goodness it's only once. Oh, oh. Hey y'all, hey. Thanks for coming on a walk. Here we are. Hi, VBRRS. Hi, Burkees. Super proud of you. Thank you so much, Burkees. Lodge. Make me a mod. Okay. Wait a minute. I have to make sure. Can you see this? Can you send me an email at inspirationsensation2016@gmail.com? I sure would make you a mod, because I'm going to need somebody there, because them Megan nuts is going to come after me. And if I don't have any mods to kick them out the room or to get rid of their comments, you know what they're going to do. YouTube going to come and snatch my whole page. So to be on the safe side, I was just going to upload and do my live on Twitch. But hey, Large850NWFL, please email me at inspirationsensation2016@gmail.com. Thanks. I sure will make you on if you email me. Oh, can I give you life advice? That's what y'all want? Y'all don't like old people to tell y'all what to do. I talk about the government. I figure whatever you are is because the government made you. Hey, Agent 2. Oh, they can't copyright it? In 21, they can't copyright it. In 1997, they can. They said also Google does the same, but Google gave me my copyrights. All this stuff is mine. I have this camera for y'all to go up on my page, but I have my own camera, always had, where I keep my stuff. Yes, I'm in the Facebook halfway house. I've been in the Facebook halfway house about 6 years now. No, I'm from Connecticut. Thank you, G's. Thanks for watching me, and I will keep up the good work. Thanks for your encouragement. I'm in Connecticut. I know you got to email me, Larch. Okay. I got to come back in. I got to find you. Well, it's a lot. Okay, I'll find you. I'll just look up this and let me hold on, y'all. I gotta get this now because I don't get it now. I'm old. And I'm ready. I'm ready to go to Twitch, honey. I play chess. I know steps ahead. I know them folks finna come and get me. And if I don't have a moderator in the chat, then they'll go and they'll report me to YouTube. And of course I'm black and old and they ain't got no real followers. YouTube would gladly WFLA. Right? I think that says you in Florida. LMCH 850 NWFLA. Okay, thanks. I'll hit you up. I hope you come back tomorrow so you can see your mom thing. Because they're going to come back and get me. Them nerds going to come get me. And them YouTubers is going to hang, YouTubers going to hang me out the dry. I already know that. I was a columnist. And my column was, freedom isn't free. So I'm used to tackling with politicians and such. So, but as an African American, you're born learning how to walk, maneuver, and move around with a bunch of folks that like hate your guts. Like you could turn on the TV anytime and seeing Europeans shooting down African Americans. You can go back to YouTube right now. There is a film of African Americans protesting. And the European Africans attacking them and unlifing them. It's on there. So you grow up with a living in a certain amount of hate from European Africans. And you know it. You know if you see a policeman walking down the street, you know that the chance of him pulling out a gun and shooting an African American is greater than shooting anybody else. So you go down the street, you see him, your body tightens a little bit, and then you walk through. And that's how a lot of us African Americans live our life. You go in a restaurant. Not so much now, but definitely back then. Well, you wouldn't go into a restaurant because we know as African Americans that they will spit in our food. So you don't go. But now you go to places, you see African Americans, you see Latinos, everything. You feel a little comfortable. But if you go in there and don't see nothing but European Americans, know that as soon as they saw your black ass come to the counter, somebody said, you say, I'll take a pepperoni pizza. They say pepperoni pizza. Pepperoni. But now, go to buy pizza, you see South Americans in there, you feel a little bit more comfortable. Not that it won't happen, but you feel a little bit more comfortable that he ain't gonna spit in your food. So you get used to certain amount of hate as African Americans living on this penal colony y'all call the USA. You go to the doctor, you tense right away because he's going to send you for so many tests that you cannot afford you will be in debt. And debt makes you sick. You're like, why can't I get better? Well, you got a $10,000 doctor bill, and you ain't got no money. I don't see you getting well anytime soon. So, you don't want to mess with them, because they already have you pegged as just a way of making a little change for them. Say they want to go out to a nice restaurant tonight. They're scheduled for so many appointments. You got to see their cousin, their uncle, their dogs, dog. And then they all have their little change. Because they don't make a lot of money off poor people. Enough of them they can make good. But not basically off poor people. They have to do a lot. That's why also you go to the doctor and when I was back in Mount Vernon, I had sciatica. I couldn't even stand up. I couldn't brush my teeth. Going to the bathroom had me crying. I had no other way to get to the doctor but walking. By the time I got to the doctor, I was damn near healed. Anyway, he told me how terrible it is, how horrible it is. And I could have all these diseases and I could have all these things. And I had to have a CAT scan. You gotta go get a CAT scan. You gotta get a CAT scan. You ain't gonna live if you don't get a CAT scan. I'm like, whoa. I thought it was just sciatica. I read up on it. But you telling me it's something I gotta get CAT. So I said, okay. I went to that hospital. I walked there. I said, they said I needed a CAT scan. She said, $4,000. I said, no. He said I needed a CT scan. She said, $4,000. So I said, wait a minute. If I needed this CAT scan, as you say, life or death, $4,000 that I don't have, I'd be dead. I did get it. I didn't have $4,000, but let's see, I had to walk at least maybe a mile to get to the hospital, which I felt a little better when I got there. And then I had to walk a mile back home. So basically, by the time I got back home, I realized that it was sciatica, because walking helps you with sciatica. Thanks for the message. I'll read them at the end. So that's what you had to do. So we walk around, we're used to a certain amount of hate. I was in Brooklyn. There was this place, Bay something Bay. It was nothing but Italian and Irish things. It was like there was a African American man caught over there and they stomped him out, unlived him. I think he was working and he just didn't get out of the neighborhood. What is it? Bayshore or something. These places have sunrise laws. He was caught in that Bayshore, Brooklyn or something like that. When the sun went down, they unlived him. If Al Sharpton hadn't jumped in, they was going to let the boys off, because you wasn't African Americans, a lot of places on this penal colony, that if we're in at sundown, these European Africans have the right, the legal right, because no one prosecutes them to do it. There's a case right now where they said that girl fell off the balcony, this African American girl. She in the house with a hole in the German states, honey, in the red German states. that red German state had a sundown that said that Africans had to be out of their town before sundown. She didn't know that. They found her dead. And guess what they said? She fell off the porch. There's another guy in these red German states with the sundown. Because y'all think it don't exist. Y'all say, oh, there's no sundown. Oh, that's old from the old days. They found his lifeless body. What was the community saying? Why was he there? He's black. It's a sundown town. So you get used to a certain amount of hate being directed at you, is what I'm trying to say. So like in love, there's different levels of love, there's different levels of hate. And with that orange shit stain, I felt that hate. When those 5 Central Park boys got arrested for something they did not do, but the orange shit stain, because he had money, and because New York City is a whole German city, whole German state, oh well, he's gone. He was found laying there. He wasn't supposed to be there. And, I was going back to the thing. I'm going back to Donald Trump and the boys. Orange shit stain. So the boys were innocent. Then, Mike Bloomberg, German, he started throwing the African American young men, grown men, women, children, dogs, throwing them up against the wall and arresting them. Because arresting them. That you be walking down the street and the patty roller say, "Where's your ID?" You ain't had no ID, they sent you to jail. Now, this was before someone finally said, well, how about the Department of Motor Vehicle giving out IDs? Not driver's license, just IDs. You see, back then, it wasn't easy for you to get an ID. Sometimes all you had was a school ID. People who drove were lucky. They had driver's license as an ID. But everybody else didn't have one and didn't know how to get none. So they was just throwing you in jail. Where's your ID? I don't have one. And they knew African Americans didn't have IDs. That was just a way to get to that. So they could say, oh, more African Americans is arrested than the white people. So I'm telling you, it's a different kind of hate. So Mike Bloomberg, he was the first one that showed that hate. German. He was the first one that showed that hate to African Americans. But the other European Africans, Americans, they didn't care. They was like, oh yeah, get the blacks. It's all good. Take them out, take them out. So anything these Germans did, you call them white people. I know who they are, and I have to call them what they are for the universe to understand me. European Africans. And I knew who they were. But that was kind of a different viciousness. Because, okay, down south they used to just take you, snatch you, throw a rope around you, hang you on a tree. But that's what hate we was used to. African Americans are used to a lot of hate being directed towards them. But this hate is different. When the orange shit stain came in, that hate was more revenge hate. And I couldn't understand why he be revenging us. The government gave his Nazi daddy, all the home loans and stuff that they would not give African Americans. I'm talking about all these federal packages and stuff like that. Daddy Trump, Nazi Daddy Trump, got all that money. Back then, them Germans was buying up slum buildings. They basically would buy a building, fill it with tenants. Squeeze your gut. 10. Okay, I'm not standing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They were the first slumlords. They would rent you an apartment, but you had no place to live. You just came from the South running, and they knew it. So they would give you, you could literally walk in and you say, are you going to fill in that hole up there? I see the people's apartment outside. In their mind, they're like, listen here, you black. And no, what they used to say was, my father was gassed in the oven in Germany. He would have been proud to be able to live in a house like this. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At that same John Wanamaker, again, Germans, that same John Wanamaker, there was this lady they spoke about her because she would take the ends of the bread from everybody who was eating. Say if everybody was out to lunch and you got a sandwich, people take off the brown ends around the bread and they throw them in the garbage. But this German lady, when she went to lunch with you and she saw you doing that, she asked for the scraps and she would put it in the bag and take it home. And they asked her, because she's very wealthy. I think she was like VP somebody at John Wanamaker. That woman dressed immaculately. She had more diamonds on her fingers. Her necklace, she had pearls. She had gold, diamond, designer hats, everything. She worked for John Wanamaker, the department store. But she would pick up those scraps off of everybody's plate, put them in a plastic bag, and they said, take it home, eat it. Because her father and her was in a concentration camp, and she was starving. Now, at the same token, she was the one that didn't want black people in John Wanamaker. You see what I'm saying? So, squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, I couldn't understand that because they used to talk about and how horrible it is. But the minute a black person came into John Wanamaker, they wanted them out. The security guards were there to follow the black people until they left the store. Remember I told you the story where the security guard came up and said, "You talk about black people coming and follow black people, but it's these old white ladies with these shopping bags that coming with the shopping bags empty and leave with the shopping bags full." And they told him, "No, you're not supposed to worry about the old ladies. It's the black people we want out the store." They just got rid of him because he didn't get the right information from the security people. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1 for good luck. Now this is in between the time that they talking about how horrible it was for them, their cousin Germans, putting the other cousin Germans in the oven, starving them. But yet, I think they only had 2 African Americans working in the whole store. And they kept telling me when I said I was a telephone operator, they said, "What? What? What? They got a black person in the office upstairs? What? What?" And I was like, "No, they ain't let the black person in the office." Honey, them free people watched me. They were constantly thinking I was going to steal their bag. They were constantly thinking I was going to steal the money. They was constantly thinking I was going to steal everything. 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 They always left somebody with me. Now I'm starting to sweat. And it's 55 degrees outside. Go figure.
Square straightforward, you know you got it. Captures while moving diagonally. Just protect the king.
Yeah.
Just protect the king. Just protect the king. Rook moves horizontal and vertically. Forward and backwards, if you please. Must be an empty square in between. Capture the enemy. Capture the enemy.
Yeah.
Capture the enemy.
Different kind of hate.
Capture the enemy. Bishop moves diagonally. Forward and backwards. A number of squares. One bishop moves on black. The other on white. One bishop captures on white. One bishop captures on black. One bishop captures on white. One bishop captures.
Yeah, our interlude, y'all. Sung by our songstress Alexander Rhoda, written and music arrangement by yours truly. Ooh, the queen is, yeah.
Most powerful piece.
Ooh, gotta stop sweating.
She controls more squares than the others.
Forward, backward, diagonally, in a number of squares. She cannot jump over pieces, so she can capture. Hey! Yeah! The knight jumps from one square to another in an L shape. Baby, you got it. It crosses 2 squares in a straight line, and then 1 square either left or right. Either left or right. Either left or right. Either left or right.
The king is the most important piece, though not the strongest. He can move 1 square in any direction.
If he is not safe, then you lose the game.
King is inch, baby.
Hey! Ha ha! Look at that as a constitution. Hey! R-E-S-P-C-T. Chess is an important game to me. R-E-S-P-C-T. Champions is what you see. Excuse me. Oh yeah, little respect. I'm gonna keep on trying. I'll be the best. And I'm respect. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to our post thing. The hate is different. So I felt the German hate when President Obama was running for president. That's when I felt it. Like I said, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Those are people that said they like African Americans. Wait a minute, these are people that said that African Americans have a right to this, grow and right to this and right to that. Germans, honey, no. They were saying that because they knew it was no way it was going to happen. You know, somebody says, you can't go through that door, you can't go through that door. And you say, oh, I really want to go. They said, no, you can't go through that door. It's not you can't go through the door is not open. The door will not open. And if you had checked yourself, it's not, you just can't go through the door because the door is locked or bolted. Not because this person's telling you you can't go through the door. Y'all get what I'm saying? Anyway. I never felt German hate like that. German hate like that. In that German Republican Party. Because that's when it all started. When Obama was running. They was like, oh, the Germans, oh, black people. The German, Irish, Italian, all Africans, but you know, they would all stick together. Now that's the strangest thing. In World War II, they was all fighting each other. But now, they all stick together, especially when it comes to stopping black people. So now they all together and hating Obama. So anything in legislation that he tries to do is shot down, shot down, shot down. He put up affordable health care. And them German Republicans tore it down before the man even got out the White House good. And do you all remember how that orange shit stain did? Him and his hooker Melania, low-life sex worker, scumbag, her ass needs to stay wherever she is. The people in the city where she lived in that country burned up her fucking statue because they know she ain't shit. She over here trying to act like she better than. And she's just a garbage picking Ukraine or whatever the fuck you is over there in that European trash can. Anyway, they walked right by Obama's like they couldn't touch the bombers. I said, well, what kind of shit is this? And then them German Republicans, they couldn't hold themselves no more. Because we kept calling them rednecks. They wasn't rednecks. They was rednecks before the Germans got here. They knew what to go to. They were haters. They were haters in Germany. They were haters in Europe. They was haters. The only people that they liked each other, well, Russia at first they liked each other, and then they started fighting, and then they started fighting against one another. But the haters. And when you saw that, let me go back. So that's why they picked the Republican Party, because the Republican Party was the most hated party. They hated everybody. They definitely hate black, but they carry that hate inside them, and that's what the Germans zoned in on when they was the Nazis, Germans, when they was running out long before they took Hitler down. That's why I'm trying to tell you that bullshit. This history. Y'all gotta go online. Y'all gotta get books. You almost gotta read 5 books before you get one truth of the history. So they got into the Republican, but we just thought it was regular redneck, low life, no count trash, dragging on the bottom of the scum sack European Africans. And that's what we brushed them off as, the usual ones. You know, the ones that want, that Mama got 25 million kids. Daddy done left. They all eating dirt in the yard. That kind of. But we were used to that. Then something changed. That's what Martin Luther King caught. That's what we was catching. But they were going around, Germans saying, "Oh no, we're for civil rights. We're for civil rights." No, you're not. You're a bunch of hiding out fucking Nazis. Always been. Always been. Because according to them, they unlike at least 10 million of, they call them Jews, we call them German Ethiopians. But they said they unliked about 10 million of them. So who the fuck is over here? The Nazis. The Nazis, they converted to the Hebrew, the Ethiopian Hebrew. Do your history. That's where it comes from. Do your reading, do your math, do your research. Got the guesses. And they're not. They're the Nazis. They just converted because the whole world was looking for them to unlife them because of World War II. So they came over here faking themselves as the religious, the cult Germans. Because all are German. You got Christian German and you got Hebrew Germans. The Christian Germans were unlike the Hebrew Germans. Anyway, but the Nazis came over and they started acting like the Hebrews. All the whole thing, the rigmarole, the prayer things, the jury this, the whole thing. They did the whole act of being Hebrew Germans. That's why they ran over there to Ethiopia and got these Ethiopians and all those old Hebrew books and put them in the British Israel. Because that's where Hebrew comes from. Anyway. So, I get so into this history. Okay. So, all of a sudden the hate is different. I'm seeing it in the fact of how many of us are unlifing in the hospital because they came in as doctors and such, saying they are, open schools here to teach their kind of medicine, German medicine, and African Americans started dying at alarming rates. And you never put the two together. I told you the New England Journal of Medicine had to come out and say several times, they don't need all these hysterectomies. You can line up 5 African American women and 4 of them will have hysterectomies. They said, no need for all those. But it was a different kind of hate. Anything they could cut out, they cut out anything. Anything that they could cut out, they cut out. So that's what was happening with us. And then the advocates were saying, wait a minute, there's something wrong. What are y'all doing? What are you doing? Stay away from these people. Stop going to these Germans. Stop going to them for medication. They're not medicating you. They're unlifing you. And then all of a sudden, all African Americans had cancer. Everybody had cancer. Even if you didn't have cancer, you had cancer because they said you did. They'll cut on you, give you radiation, and then by the time you finish, you got cancer. And you did. So I was like, this is more like hate. This is more like annihilation. What is going on? Who is this? Who's doing this? When they took that health care back, and those Germans were laughing, those Republican Germans laughing when they canceled affordable health care. You say Mick McConnell, McCarthy, and all them shit. These are fucking Germans. You can just change your fucking last name. Y'all all look at them as white. You don't have any significant anything to show what European is what. So they cut out. They got tired of, affordable health care. How can the Germans make money to send to the British Israel for their German comrades? If you have affordable health care, they're charging you astronomical prices when you ain't even got no illness. But they need money to send to their German brethren in the British Israeli. They shut that shit down so fast with the quickness. I kept saying, how did it take him 8 years? How did it take the Democrats about 8 years to get affordable health care, and it took them 6 months to get rid of it? Germans. All your doctors are Germans y'all go to, not me. All the doctors y'all go to German. I can walk into any place around here. I can walk in any, they have 4 clinics over here. You walk in there, all the patients are African American, Hispanic, and all the doctors, German. They won't even bring in Indians. Indian doctors are good at it. They will not bring in Indian doctors. And African American doctors, never. I don't even think I've seen an African American doctor since I've been here in Connecticut. I know they are. I know there are some. I never met none. Then I said, wait a minute. Then the virus came. The COVID. I said, wait a minute here now. These folks is dying. And the Germans, they're enjoying it. Like I told you yesterday, they was golfing, vacationing, everything was good. Everybody was talking about unlifing and being alive with great groups and stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you, I didn't hear too many Germans talk about being unlifed by COVID. Everybody in the Congress, all them haters that took away affordable health care, they didn't care. They was dying. But no, not the people in Congress and the Senate. They didn't even get the virus. They didn't even get the virus. Y'all ever looked at that? Remember that orange shit stain? He didn't get the virus. He didn't get the virus. So, they've been offing Americans for a long time and y'all ain't even noticed it. You don't care. You don't care. They've made this penal colony. That's how I know it was a penal colony. So horrible, you said to yourself, this can't be a country. Has to be a penal colony. So I'm so glad that I have your name over there, Larch. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go upstairs and cut up these videos and find your find your YouTube page and then copy your URL and put it over in the studio and make you my moderator. Thank you so much. So, like I said, we got a moderator now, so I won't be going to Twitch to do my live. We got a moderator. So, thank you so much, Lunch. Anyway, I'm almost finished. Whew. I know a lot of you folks on here are gamers, so I figured if I went over to Twitch, y'all will be there. But that's not a worry anymore. I'm sorry everything was broken up this morning. It just hit me very hard that I needed me a moderator and I couldn't think of nothing else. Okay, y'all, I'm going to read your messages before I go. Are y'all talking to each other? Okay, Launch 85ONWFLA Florida. I'm going to look up your YouTube thing this afternoon and I'll put you in. Thanks for best wishes, Chris. Welcome back, Chris. Thank you so much. Excuse me. You have a beautiful day as well, Chris. Oh, I did enjoy my walk, Chris. Thanks for wishing me enjoyment on my walk. Thanks. Okay, I don't know who Obuma is. Obuma. I don't know who that is. Danny. So I can say Obuma did not do anything for me. What he did for my daughter, though, is he made it possible for her to get a house. So what you say, that's what I thought. You don't know shit, Danny. Don't come back on my page, and I'm going to help you out right now. Take your ass over there with the mega nuts. All right, let's see. Where we going now? All right, that's it. Like, comment, share. Tell her auntie, tell her uncle, tell her cousin, tell a friend to subscribe and exercise with me. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. I won't be so disjointed. I'll be into it tomorrow. Thanks for coming on the walk, and have a great day.